let's talk about a little bit of football here. Like I mentioned earlier, it's 20 years since Super Bowl XL. You were the unquestioned leader of that O line, coming in as a rookie from Northwestern, not having a whole lot of success at Northwestern, coming to a Super Bowl team like this with you at left guard, and then we had Russ Grimm. We had a lot of Hall of Famers just around there. What kind of advice would you give to a young O line like we currently have right now, as they try to get on the right foot and they try to coalesce, I guess, and get some chemistry about themselves?
Yeah, man. I think you just gotta keep grinding and pushing each other, right? I think one of the things when I think back to us back then, man, is we kind of challenged each other, we pushed each other.
Hmm.
We kind of pushed the limits of what we could do, and uh, didn't let anything kind of stop us or in that way, man. And it's kind of hard to articulate or put into words, but pushing the guys next to you, the guys in the room, making sure, good wasn't okay, right? We wanted to achieve as close to perfect as we could, even though we could never get it right. But let's keep pushing forward, right? Yeah, we did
Hmm.
good, but what can we do better? And always thinking about how we can move the needle a little further up. Man, I think that's some of the things that we did best, and I think that's some of the things like when you come in with a young group like we have now. You got to start moving that needle a little bit. You got to start, as a group, bringing up the left side, the right side guys, helping guys out. I always thought, man, it was God blessed me with a lot of talent and a great work ethic, and I always thought, man, playing the position, man, O line, we're five guys doing one thing,
Hmm.
and it's not about me killing my guy. It's about me getting my guy and doing my job. But can I help my guy next to me? Can I help my guy on my other side? What can I do to help my guys? Like let's all get this job done. And when you start getting to that mentality and you're pushing each other and you're challenging each other and you're helping your brothers out left and right and how you can do things and see things in the game and study and watch film, that's when things start to go rolling downhill and things start really getting a lot better.
Physically, offensive lineman is one thing. Obviously, everybody expects you to push everybody off the ball, understanding your assignment. The one thing that amazed me about you the first time I got around you was the fact that didn't realize the work that you put in behind the scenes with film study. Because when you walk to that line, you can look at the safeties and always project what was going to happen at that particular point. When did you realize that was a big portion of the game to help you excel to the levels that you got to?
I thought it was when I got to the NFL. You start learning more, and you start sitting in a room with a guy like Dermontti Dawson and watching what he's watching. But it really was when Russ Grimm got there, man, and he started pointing out things, and he wanted us to check safeties, and I'm like, man, I got my hand in the dirt. I got a 340-pound D tackle on me. I got Ray Lewis in my A gap staring me down, and you want me to see the guy that's behind those two guys and check things out. Um, but it took a little time, but to get to what he was trying to pull out of us. But it made it easier. It made it a chess match. It made it a I see you over there. You ain't coming. I ain't worried about you over there. Let's look. Let's go this way, guys. Let's work that direction. It just became a chess match, man. I love that part of the game. As soon as I got so much more involved in it, and when Ben was young, we were helping him a little bit with some of the checks or just alerting him to more things. So we had to be even a little bit more involved in some of that stuff. So it was just a chess game, and I really love that part of the game.
It's funny you brought that up, man. Coming into Pittsburgh, I had guys like you and Jeff Hardings and Kendall Simmons. And I remember looking at Marvell's notes, the notes that he took. He would write notes the entire period that we were in meetings, man. It was always filled from bottom to top. And so I learned at a very young age that I need to be in my P's and Q's, and not taking notes was a no question in that room, looking up to you guys. And so as I talk about that, and I talk about the leadership, and talk about football smarts, and you just alluded to that earlier, about the safety rotations. I learned so much from you guys. Do you feel like that is lost in today's O-line play?
I don't know. I don't know if it's lost, but it's probably I think a lot of things are just kind of built in, right? They don't have to, they're not as concerned about some of those things as much as the way the offense has evolved. It's the RPO game, they're just telling those guys to go in that direction and we'll kind of solve everything else, right? We're either gonna hand it off or we're gonna dump it outside. So they don't really have to make a lot of those checks. Things don't have to be as perfect. as they were back then, I guess. So that is interesting. I don't know that I know the answer, but I would hope that guys are still studying the game, enjoying the chess matches that
Right.
I enjoyed as well. I'd be sad if they aren't out there doing that.